Hello, and welcome to another edition of Camille's Corner. I'm Bridget, and I wanted to talk to you today about Lent, this year's Lent, 2025. We're still in it, and we have a few more days left in it, and it brings fond memories of my dear cousin that passed away, who would do it with me. She and I both would do a list. Her list usually is smaller than mine because I usually go all in for mine. But she, picks out something that she knows that she probably overindulges in and chooses to put that on the list to not do during Lent. And I miss her. Last year Lent was kind of hard because it was right before. Well, excuse me, it was right after she had passed away, and I felt like it helped me in a way in which I was able to deal with her passing better. Um, she was my best friend, and I don't usually use that word. I never use best friend because I know that it means a lot and it requires a lot. And when I sit back and think about what that word means to me, and without me having to say, oh, this person is my best friend or this person is not, I think about it and everything that I would consider to be a best friend, she was it. And I never said that to her. And I never even thought about it until after she passed away. Because what's that saying? You never miss your water until your well runs dry. And that's when I realized after she had passed away that she was truly my best friend. I was able to tell her all my secrets. And to me, that's the best friend. That I never have to worry about it being said or told to anyone for any reason. And she was that. And when I found out about her death, it hit really, really, really hard. Hard. And I didn't know how I was gonna get through it. But because Lent came right after it, it was like I had this overwhelming sense of peace. And I was so thankful, and I just felt like, girl, you looking out for me? My goodness, girl. So it was like it made me feel better. It made me feel like she was comforting me. And that's usually what Lent does for me. It allows me to be a little bit more focused. It allows me to be a little bit more humble and to be able to focus and see what really is important in life. And I believe that's what last year's Lent was for, and how it helped me. And being that this Lent for this year is about to be over, I'm trying to figure out what I was supposed to get in this one in particular. A lot of stuff has happened. I talked earlier about unforgiveness. I do feel like I don't know if I've completely forgiven. I think that it's a process that you have to continue to do. You have to forgive over and over again because you right when you think that you've done it, something will come up and remind you. Did I really forgive her? But because of that, um, I've been paying closer attention to the fact that if I'm saying that I have forgiven her, have I really? And so that's the clarity I guess I'm getting from it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like listening and trying to listen to what God has to say to me and to minister to me on this particular Lent. Um, Today I feel pretty good, and in a long time during this Lent, I was not. I was in a dark place because of some unforgiveness. I felt like I was betrayed, and I wasn't being a sore loser because I didn't get the position. I just felt that someone that I actually considered a friend, and once she got into position, pretend as though we didn't have a friendship. And I know how to separate friends from work, but she totally denounced the fact that we were even. So I won't go back into that. However, I will say that it's getting better and I feel better. I've actually been on some interviews, and whether I get the job or not, I feel like I'm moving on. I'm moving along. And maybe that's what this Lent was supposed to be about, or what I was supposed to learn from it. And maybe it could be revealed to me later on. I'm not sure. Um, but usually during my Lent, I usually feel, a sense of this is why. This is what I needed it for. And especially, when I had the death that was so close to me, that, like it was. So with this one, I guess the betrayal would be, the one thing that I knew that I was going to have to overcome. Um, Especially whenever I say, okay, well, I've forgiven her. It's over with. It's done. Move forward. Move on. And then something happens like today where we were in the process of doing something that we had been doing prior to COVID, which was NEO, and explaining to the new employees about our benefit packages and stuff. And so I found out through another coworker, which is a newer coworker, and she came and said that she graded us on that, and she said that you did really good, and she put down that I was nervous. That, well, this particular coworker was nervous, and I was like thinking to myself, she graded us on that. I was doing this probably when she was still in school, like, and you're gonna tell me I did good? No, I did really well. And a lot of times when she had to stand up and talk, she had to refer to me to make sure that she was giving the correct information. So it was just like, did I really forgive her? Have I really, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that it's definitely something that you have to do over and over again. And I know that's the case for me. I don't know about what you guys have to do. I don't know, maybe you guys are just, so far advanced in your walk with the Lord that, you don't have little issues like this. This is, minute to you. But for the ones who are kind of rowdy like me, kind of like, I won't say about it, about it. I don't even know if that's what people say now, but like, don't come for me unless I send for you. That's kind of like, that's, my generation, And it's like, okay, knowing that, I have to get past this and forgive this person. But then when things like that come up and I'm thinking, I should have been grading her. Do you see that? Do you see that energy I just gave? So it's like, did I really forgive her? I don't know. I'll have to laugh at myself at that because that's, like I said, something that I definitely have to continue to do. It's not one thing that you just do and you're like, I'm done. I forgave her. I said that. I said it to the Lord and everything. And then something rises up in your spirit, kind of like what happened today. But usually that would get me down or get me angry or get me upset. But I feel okay. I'm okay about it. I'm okay right now. And that's a good thing, I mean, there have been times when I've done Camille's Corner and I will be fighting back tears about something that may have happened or a decision that was made that it adversely affected me or me not, being able to forgive or just showing you, sharing with you my journey. And this day, it's like, I feel okay today. Like, yes. And it's okay to feel okay. And I have to tell myself that, like, this is a good day. And I don't know if I'm going to feel that way tomorrow, when Lent ends, or when, I feel as though I'm being covered right now during Lent. And I feel it. And so I'm just praying that, once Lent is over for me and for, like Good Friday, for everyone, that this feeling continues for me. And I continue to feel covered and feel protected and feel as though I'm growing. And that's how I feel today. And so I wanted to commemorate this day. And also, I have an event coming up. Those of you that don't know, I am an event planner as well. And this will be the first time I'm doing my event solo. Like, I've been doing events with others, and even been in business with other people. But this particular one is I'll be doing by myself. So if it fails or flops, it's on me. If you know, so everything's on me. And I feel good about it today. I've been nervous about it before. I've been planning. I've been getting things together, and I know that things can happen. I know that. But today I feel like whatever comes or whatever happens, it's going to be okay. We're going to press through. And if there are some difficulties, we're going to keep it moving. And I'm happy about that. Like, I don't feel that way every day. And so when I do, I want to share. I don't want to just share the difficult times that I have. I want to share the good times that I have. I'm thankful that my family is well. Thankful that I'm well. I'm thankful that even if the event flops, it's going to be okay. Because if the Lord allows me to live, I'll get another chance to do it right. But prayerfully, it will go. It will be wonderful and it'll be good. I'm not sharing any dates or anything, but I do have a Facebook page, and it's for women, and it's called Sisters with a Story to Tell. And I created that space because, like this YouTube channel, it gives women an opportunity to share things with each other and share things that could help another person, help another woman, help another female, in whatever the case may be. Because people sometimes feel as though they're by themselves and that they're the only ones going through whatever they're going through. And that's just not the case. I learned that. I learned a lot of that from my cousin, the one that passed away, because there were a couple of things that I was so ashamed to tell anybody, because people have a past, whether you want to believe it or not, you have a past. And I was so ashamed to say it, but I wanted to get it off my chest. And she made me feel comfortable to do that. And when I did, and she was like, "Oh wow, okay, well that happened to me, such and such, and this what happened to me." And I'm like, "Oh my God." And I was worried. So I'm just like, I want people to feel that same freedom, to not be judged, judgment free zone. What are you dealing with? What, is going on that could possibly help somebody else? Um, and I recently saw on Facebook that there was this gentleman in my hometown, and he was a young guy. He was a young fellow. I don't know any of the particulars or specifics. All I know is that he committed suicide. And I felt so bad for that person's parents and loved one, because suicide, to me, it hurts and devastates everybody, because nobody probably really knows or can understand why a person would feel that doing something that drastic would solve the problem, when you could have easily just talked to us, talk to me, tell me what's going on, I can help you through it, or guide you to someone that has possibly gone through the same thing. And I don't want women to feel that way. I want women to be empowered to make a decision. And even if the decision is wrong, that you can straighten it back up, that you can get guidance to make a better decision the next time, that there's nothing too big or too wrong that can't be forgiven, corrected, and made right. Nothing. So that's the space that I created. It's Sisters with a Story to Tell, and it's just for women. Sorry guys, but it may be, later on down the line that I get something for guys to, express themselves. And I think guys are more apt to share than women. And I get that. but I wanted women to know that it's okay, and that there are resources, and that there are people in the group that could possibly either help you or lead you to someone that could. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the event is for. The event is going to be a networking event, and I'm hoping that it would help people that are members of the Facebook page to meet each other, as network and meet this person, find out what business they're in, and could I use it for something, or what resource did you use for such and such, and if you're more connected with that person, know a little bit more about more intimate things about that person, you're more likely to share because you're a little bit more familiar with the person. And that's the purpose of the networking event. um, so we'll have some little exercises for people to do to get to know each other and get them out of their comfort zone. And I just pray that there is a nice turnout, and that people will in fact get something from um, the event. I have two dynamic speakers that's going to be there. One's going to talk about financial literacy, and the other one is going to talk about mental health, because both of them are very, very important. And we want to set you up for success. And if you ever need uh, an host or an MC for an event that you have coming up, contact me in the comments, because I enjoy doing it. And I'll share a little bit of this, of course, after the event, and put it, of course, on this channel, so that way you can see a little bit about what it was about and some of the things that they want to share. And of course, I'll ask them if they, mind being filmed, of course, and that'll be on my page. So um, I'm looking forward to that. So, and I probably won't post another one of these until after the event, because so much is going on, my goodness. After the event, of course, is my birthday. Oh, my birthday. And I plan on going out of the country for my birthday, and I'm so excited about that. It's a monumental birthday. I'm really looking forward to it. So if the Lord blesses me to see this birthday, I plan to really, 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 really celebrate, because I feel like, this is my own personal opinion, is that whatever day that you celebrate, one of the most important ones should be your birthday. This is the date that was destined for you to be here on this earth. And the number of years that he's given you to be here, then celebrate those years, because he didn't have to. And it was nothing that you did so wonderful, so great. It's just only by his grace and mercy that you're still here. And so I know that to be so in my heart. So that's why every birthday that I get, that he blesses me with, that he allows me to see, I am going to celebrate. So that's my plan. And I have a little bit of that too on the page too, on the channel, whenever that happens as well. So we got some good things coming up. So like I said, I just wanted to come on and talk about this year's Lent and a couple things that I had coming up. And just think about yourself. Just take inventory in yourself too. You may not have participated in Lent. There might be something that you're not even interested in, or don't even know what it is. But just look it up and see if next year, if it's something that you want to participate in, to sacrifice unto the Lord, to for clarity, for a closer walk with him, and to be able to listen to whatever direction he gives you during that time. And so today was a very peaceful day, even though I got those feelings that was kind of rising up in me a little bit, but I was able to suppress them, push them down, and come out with the day better than I was when I started. And I thank God for this Lent. I do. Because I know me. And which means I know I can have an attitude. I know I can be a bit much. Because I'm a Gemini and I believe in all that. I can be a bit much. And sometimes I overreact. But I'm not going to get into all my woes. But my water heater busted. I had no hot water. The old Bridget would have freaked out. Like, what am I going to do? Oh my goodness. You know, just over the top. But I had a sense of peace and calmness, and everything went perfect. So I have hot water now, and I didn't freak out. So I guess if this Lent shows me anything, it's to be patient with myself. Just be patient, you know? I don't pray for patience. No, no. But I feel that sense and that feeling upon myself during this Lent. And I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful for you. Thank you for watching. And see you next time.